Welcome to the Barbados Boxing Association's Carlton Hope Lionel Hall Memorial Boxing Tournament here at the Pirates Cove. The bell's gone and a ready Applewhite has stepped right in and made the first of the early exchanges. Not backing off. Going to the body. Measuring. Keeping that jab in there. It's been asked by the referee to keep her head up. Brittany Knight of the Belfield Gym in the blue. Keisha Applewhite is mixing it up. They're going toe to toe. Careful with the heads together though. Don't want one of those accidental bats. Body work, good tight defense. That's the stuff. And using her body weight against her.
No pushing.
Oops. Equipment malfunction there. Strap slipping out from. That's not a sports bra strap. We're gonna have to have a word with her. Your equipment both in and out.
Must be down to as the next corner.
There you go. Now you've got the counter going on there, and the clinch. Why is she looking in her corner? Keisha Applewhite want to land her power in her punches, backing her opponent up, and she's in her corner now. Up against the ropes, good body work, but good counter coming there. Keisha Applewhite in the red corner.
Putting on the pressure upon Brittany. Brittany answers with a jab. And another jab.
So it's not all defense and back stepping, back pedaling. Breathing seems to have gone there. Oh, a lovely combination of headshots. Bob and weave, girl, bob and weave. Oh, she just absorbed it, and there goes a beautiful eye.
Once again, another uppercut from Brittany.
I like to see that. She gave as good as she got, and
there goes the bell.
Those 2 minutes went by too fast, Charles.
When action like this is happening, minutes go by very fast.
How do you score a round like this? That even?
Probably, most definitely. I mean, Keisha was very aggressive, but Brittany, she countered well. I mean, she stopped and held herself and countered after. Keisha kind of slowed down her punching and gets off them very nice shots.
The North Americans would say she was playing possum.
Yeah.
In other words, she gave the impression that
she's really hurt and taking
I'm out of it.
And
just at that moment where Keisha looked as though, well, I've got her. No. Brittany unleashed, including the surprise shot I have never seen many of the female boxers using, the uppercut.
That uppercut connected very well.
And then when you thought, oh shoot, she's got an uppercut, okay, I got to keep my arm down at least to stop that from coming through my guard to block it. She repeated it and threw another one in, as we can see it here now. Back to the live action.
Round 2.
Ooh.
And Brittany comes
now
out
Brittany's the aggressor now. Keisha seems to be stung into action now.
Brittany cover-ups.
But those are like powder puffs.
Yeah, it seems like Keisha have no power in those hands. Brittany step back, trying to evade.
Is she becoming tense?
Probably. Seeing both boxers are getting very tired.
This is strange. You just came up. She's grimacing. Doesn't look too. What was that? Accidental clash of heads. Got her breathing back in. Now she's going back again.
Has her in the corner. And Brittany answers
a buckling of the knees there, and she's gone to the clinch. Is it a case of conditioning?
Seems that way.
Did she go too fast and run out of gas? Referees being rather generous in calling
Brittany
for that
using
break.
that jab to keep her off.
Fortunately, she's not resting any weight on her. Absorbing most of those blows in the gloves.
She continues punching.
Tried to introduce an uppercut there. Jabs back in.
Showing some lovely hooks.
Going upstairs.
Uppercut. See it right there,
but it was semi-blocked. Body blows. Body blows.
Oh, Keisha chose a lovely left hook.
Oh,
and
the
another
left
one,
hook.
and another
Oh, 3
one.
in a row.
And Brittany also
Conquers with her
right
on.
hook. And there goes the bell. Lovely end to round
Slow
2.
to walk. Well, there's some lovely action. I want to see when it comes back up on the replay. Huffing and puffing on the stools at the moment. Well, there's no amount of fanning that you can do. That's only going to temporarily cool down your... Excuse me?
Seems, I guess his
Here we go. Here we go. These are the exchanges. The hooks, the crosses, slid that one over, and that one breached the guard. But then when she went to counter for the hooks and the crosses, the uppercut comes in. Body back onto the ropes. Those patty cake little taps underneath there weren't really saying anything. But then she unleashed.
And here comes another one.
Then she unleashed again. And the bell brings us back to the live action. 2 minutes. Please give us a overtime. You can get that in soccer. You can get that in most other sports.
Brittany
you don't
using
get
that
it
jab.
in boxing.
She's using the jab very well.
Slipped over the gloves, going straight to the face. Brittany Knight in the blue. Keisha Applewhite in the red. Bellevue blue. Shaka School red. These ladies are going at it.
There.
Strap needs to be attended to. Backs her into her own corner. Tries to go for head.
Once again, Mr. Counters.
Keep your head up. Keep your guard up. Don't lean with the opponent. Oh, that same pair of shoes?
Same pair of shoes. Want some more tape on those?
They seem to be ready this time. Hopefully the last for the rest of the
few minutes.
Rounds.
Matter of fact, rest of the round.
Getting some masking tape.
Well, he's making sure that that tape does not come off, boy. Constant
Brittany's
rapping.
getting her right boot taped. You can see Keisha looking over to her corner. Is that the best position to be in to be relaxing? As we see Keisha approaching.
Trying to catch her breath.
As they were giving us the replay, but they've now gone back to the live action. Body.
This is very rare. You don't see a lot of women fighting close that way. I normally see the fighting from far, but these ladies are inside one another, just throwing punches and punches.
Please do not hold your opponent at the back of the head. Certainly no rabbit punching allowed.
Ready to the flurry of hooks, and that uppercut once again. The hooks come back.
With a series of combinations. And
pushing her onto the ropes.
Pushing her opponent onto the ropes. And there you go now. The whole aggression, and it seems as though Brittany Knight was pacing herself. And that was a big bomb. Pacing herself to make sure she can last that.
The last few seconds of the round.
Third and final round. And if I was being fair, and I will be, she has certainly dominated this last round. 10
seconds left in the round. Well.
Referees asked them to.
And ref.
And they hug at the end of it all.
And the round ends. She's just so ready for action.
Might have been guilty of not defending herself good enough in that third round. And, well, give credit to her opponent, Brittany, who certainly stepped on the gas and went with a lot more aggression.
Held herself very well in that last round.
Oh, yeah, her corner is happy, and they're giving the high fives and everything. Not sure why they've been called into the middle beforehand. And it's all about getting experience. Shaka says the ref wants you, so we can talk some more afterwards. They check their gloves.
Thank you. And the winner in the blue corner.
Yes.
And she wins. fight for the blue corner wins this match. Match going the distance. And here we have the replay. And Brittany waits and chose a jab. She got connected with a jab. Keisha comes in with her punches. Brittany tries to counter, showing her flurry of punches. Pushing her onto the ropes, and there she goes to the body.
Blows. Uppercut sneaking in there. Overhand. Good exchange, toe-to-toe business between both boxers in that final going down there. And welcome back to the action. Just in time to hear the ring announcer.
3-minute round.
Yours truly, Martin Paris, alongside Charles Cox. The Barbados Boxing Association Carlton Hope Lionel Hall Memorial Boxing Tournament. 3 more to go, Charles.
Yep,
right here
more.
in the big games.
The big
J.G. Jones.
These are the elite
Red
boxers.
corner.
The elite
BDF Sports Program. Brandon Lee. Now that's a martial arts name. That is a name that
Lee.
whoever the boxer in that blue corner of the national gym has to live up to. Brandon Lee is a big name.
A big name. And Lee.
Well, this isn't martial arts. This is amateur boxing. Ooh, look at the stare down. Touching of the gloves. The bravado. Can he match it?
Probably can. This is going to be a big fight. A lot of bombs are going to get thrown.
Well, first the 3 rounds. 3 minutes to go. Already feeling each other out. Whoops. We got...
J.G. Jones, a southpaw.
Yes.
Brandon Lee, a orthodox.
Yes, I picked it up. Boom. Fired and missed. Good high defense. Still breached though.
J.G. with the left hand. Ooh. Double up with that right hand connected.
Going over the top. Ooh. They definitely do work with the speed bike. Those hands are going really quick. Lunging though. Going high. Now you can tell the difference between these boxers, the degree of experience and
Composure.
ability.
Yes. Well composed, taking the shots, picking the shots. JJ, ooh, a wonderful left hand by JJ Jones.
Head snap back on that jab.
And he pivots to the side and shot a nice combination as well.
And already recovered after doing a little backpedaling.
A wonderful uppercut by JG.
Got to be careful not to expend too much energy, because it's 3 minutes as opposed to the 2 at the lower level. I don't think I am handsome enough to go into the boxing ring, so I know I don't have to keep my hands up for 3 minutes. Oh, he's showboating already, and it's not even the end of the first round. That does not give you any additional points in boxing, but it sure entertains the viewers and the fans alike. But you better be able to back it up with punches like those.
Slips. And he answers back to the wonderful right hand counter.
Now you know why they rub their forehead with petroleum jelly.
Yeah.
To give you that extra
slips.
Referee Charles Gill reminding the boxers to keep their heads up. Oh, the overhead
Big
missing
swing.
there.
Oh, a wonderful another right hand counter hook. 10 seconds to go. And that's the end of round number 1.
A lot of froth and not much substance.
So. The first round, with the elite boxers, you normally feel out your opponent first. Try to establish their range and see how they do the certain techniques. I see how Brandon throw his certain punches and just slips. He watches how fast he throw it, how slow he throw it, what kind of angle he throw it at. That way, when the next round comes, he'll be able to adjust to the opponent. That's how we elite boxers analyze our first round.
Okay.
Take a chance to analyze your opponent, and then the second round, you will work into what you have learned from the first round.
So, 2 shots in there while his guard was breached, evading what he offered, pushing him off and hitting him on the release when you were backing out, opening up, giving the false impression that I don't have any guard, but when you do actually get in range,
So,
I put my guard up and I get my punches off before you can even land one of yours.
Yeah. Wonderful head movement there from a JG.
So Brandon Lee will have to go into the Shaolin Monastery and see what he can dig up. He was made to expend a lot more energy in that in that round. And he's not landing as much. He's putting in a lot of effort, but as I say, he could as well be shadow boxing. Now he's landing.
Ooh.
Good body shot there.
Brandon's using his jab.
No, did Ajeji actually breathe out in disgust, or was that acknowledging a good body shot?
Probably announcing a good body shot. I mean, when you get hit with a body shot, you really feel it. So it's not something you can officially hide completely. But Ajeji is a fighter. It wouldn't face him completely. I mean, he will feel it, but he will fight through.
Almost guilty of turning his back on his opponent there. A definite no-no.
Referee warned him to raise his head.
Of course, the memories of last year's bouts in the similar competition, Caribbean Development Tournament. I'm almost certain that there was an illegally high pair of pants being worn by one of the boxers where his pants were almost up by his armpits.
Yes.
He still didn't win the fight. You can go on the website and see those fights. And
very good side
review.
work from a JG. Counter punch.
It's the midway point of the fight now, Charles. What really has to happen here now?
Well, for me, I think Brandon needs to step up his punching a lot more, but always try to keep a high guard. I mean, got more punches off, because the JG is mainly looking for that big counter. Every time he punches, he's doing a counter.
He knows he's ahead in the points and stuff, so it's just a matter of letting you come to him.
Yeah, because when he punches, it's easy to just snap back and come back forward with a punch for that counter.
Had the opportunity to put him on the ropes, but didn't.
And as you can see, if you look at JG's foot, his right foot is always on the outside of Brandon's foot, which gives him that lead, ability to that straight left hand every time. That's
There
the end
goes
of round
the bell.
2.
The JG didn't seem too satisfied. He shook his head at that one. Perhaps he had a game plan and it wasn't quite executed. Much better run by Brandon Lee.
Yes, it was. Established the jab a lot more. Get some more punches off. There you see a JJ with the slip, a duck under.
Almost guilty of turning his back on his opponent, but that was an eluding a punch. And Lee also showing the ability to do some evasion. And coming right back for more. Just a little tap on the forehead. Sliding that left jab.
JJ tried to come with an uppercut.
And both were going. One going for the head shots, the other one going for the body.
third and final round.
3 final minutes of this encounter before JG
Let's see if we're gonna
Jones
see
in the red,
any body work done here in this final round.
Brandon Lee in the blue. Oh, there you see that problem I told you again, turning his back on
spinning.
his opponent.
That's a very dangerous thing to do.
What happens, Charles, if
You
I'm
can get hit from
chasing
behind.
you and you turn your back on me and then you get accidentally hit in the back of your head?
Well, it might get called as a knockout, or you might get a point taken off, because once you always are told to protect yourself. And if you turn around, you get hit, it will still be called a legal blow. You're always told to protect yourself. So you got to be careful doing that.
We saw a low blow earlier in the night as the exchanges now are becoming a little more potent.
Yeah.
Got to remember to put your guard up, and referee
The
Gill.
referee gives Lee a 8 count.
And already showing that that was nothing. I'm up to the task. Hands raised, good to go.
And then Jizzy will come back on the attack right away. Almost how they just slip there.
One of the more quiet portions of the encounter. Safely ahead, so he doesn't want to go into thing. He sensed a slight
delay there. Runner did not put up his guard. He did not attack. He just had that right opening for Jizzy to attack.
Yep, reaping the results of that headshot. Something
what's
that
the issue
referee
here?
Gill spotted.
His shoelace on top of me outside.
Sometimes I wonder if there's an automatic shoelace release mechanism, because it happened when the momentum was starting to definitely swing in the way of JG Jones and giving him a little reprieve. Brandon Lee got tagged in the head. That was almost like they were giving one another two knocks as buddies, as opposed to really engaging in the final minutes of the bout.
Gotta be careful.
Refusing to put his guard up. No, he does, but that's long after those blows have been landed.
Brandon comes and answers with a nice combination. He just can't get that connection with that overhand right.
Brandon Lee, perhaps even a little too late, guilty of not working on his defense. Now he's getting low on clenching. Referee Charles Gill asking him to keep his head up.
And that's the
Knocks
end of
the
the
bell.
third round.
And respect shown to each other. But clearly a match dominated by JG Jones in the red corner, as you can see it there. Slips in the jab, brings on the right hook. Even gets time to put in a few left jabs in there. None of the punches from Brandon Lee in the blue corner
Connected.
particularly effective.
And Jizzy with that.
Even
nice
when he had the
evasion.
opportunity there with him on the ropes, instead of going for high percentage, he went wild and wide, allowing Jones
Jizzy
to
there with
recover.
his hands down, just waiting for that counter shot.
That's the one where they went upstairs and the announcement.
There you have it, JG Jones, the winner.
They're going to be in the light welter 64 kilogram division. Do you remember your first time in the ring?
Actually, I do. That was in 2014.
Excuse me. So what was Charles Cox doing before 2014? This is only 2017?
Yes, I started very late. Before, I was more into kind of the basketball and volleyball, but I always wanted to do boxing. That's one thing I really always wanted to do. So once I got the opportunity to start, I just see myself turning back from here. My first bout was against boxing man Christopher Harris. Christopher is a very good boxer now. Unfortunately, he was not able to be on this card tonight, but hopefully in the future you get to see him on boxing.
All right. Was looking forward to see that rematch between Jabali Breedy and young Alicock of Guyana. They had a wonderful time last year. But tonight, it's the opportunity for Derek Hyman and Peter Murray to get busy. I asked Kimberly earlier, what's your take? Well, what her take was on headgear or no headgear in amateur boxing. And I'd like to get your input quickly before the
Well,
fight
for me,
starts.
as a beginner, maybe you're like your 3-4 fights, not being so accustomed to getting hit in your face that often. I get headgear is very essential for those beginners to get there, that feeling of getting hit in the head, right? But without getting that much damage or in their early fights and discouraging them. You see that a lot of it. For the females, I see it's very what's my right word? Very caring to have them wear headgear so that it's more protective of them, although they're not as hard as the male
Prevention.
boxers. Yes, that's prevention. So they might get maybe more, what's my right word? As saying, like, as I say, more caring to them, so less injury and stuff like that. But for our elite boxers, with the headgear on, it kind of blurs your vision in some walks. Right? It kind of blurs the vision in some walks, making you narrow-sighted. So with headgear off, you see more, you be more evasive. You have to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself more. So always up your skill once you have off the headgear.
From my years of covering boxing, with or without headgear, if you don't defend yourself properly, no amount of headgear is going to stop you from getting damaged if you get hit on your head.
True.
Well, they're away. The all blue with the blue gloves.
Wonderful contact
Peter
by
Murray,
Murray.
the taller of the two. Whoa. Was that a foot that came out?
Yeah.
Is he also a kickboxer?
Well, I think he tried to pivot and his foot got tangled up, so when he come back, it got swing to the ear.
Okay. They're doing their thing. Interesting. The dance move of
Derek Hyman.
Hyman. Whoa.
Wonderful body shots by Peter Murray.
That action of rolling his hands over like if he's actually on the dance floor by Hyman.
Everyone have their kind of own style. I guess he likes to feel that movement as he goes in and bobbles and weaves his head. Right? It's not really always effective for other persons. I mean, your hands down, the person might be faster, so you may get clipped. But it seems it works for him. So
here you have the scenario now where Hyman, sensing that he's slightly behind, disadvantaged by height and reach, but looking the more powerful of the two, is trying to get in past the jab of Murray. But Murray so far having enough presence of mind to skillfully rotate out.
Oh, and Derek Hyman just got a solid shot.
He might have stung him there. Look at the look in Hyman's eyes. Mira ese, as my friends in the Latin American and Spanish-speaking aspects of the boxing world would say. Look at that.
Derek tries to go in for the uppercut, but he's just fall short.
A bit more flat-footed. He's not as light on the balls of his feet as he could be. Threw his whole body weight behind that attempted uppercut. And every time he lunges, Murray is able to... Oh, yes. Every time he lunges in, Murray is able to counter, and he did so with a couple of back-to-back uppercuts there. And I don't think that Hyman heard the bell.
No, he did not. When you start into the fight, sometimes just zone out completely.
And he had to check around a couple times to see whether he was in the blue corner or the red corner or one of those neutral white corners. And Camden just sits there as we watch those exchanges. Hyman coming in.
Murray with a wonderful guard, protecting himself.
You just would have seen Hyman there attacking upstairs, going back downstairs. However, Murray breaching his guard with those uppercuts. And that's the point where the referee says, guys, the round's over.
The round's over. Round number 2.
Called back into action though. Let's see if anybody did their homework.
See who will make the adjustment now. Take Murray could be using his jab a lot more. Try to keep Derek Hyman out there. Prevent him from coming in with those bobbing and weaving.
Hyman has already tried his best to get in there.
They're going a little well
Going
here.
around, and is that going to be called? Yes, I think it's that same area in the blue corner where the water is. Time. His shoes
once
down.
again, his lessons. Seeing that blue corner have something to do with the lessons.
But not only the laces, you got to be careful with the floor
wet, so
in that corner. Are they back to live action now? Does he have enough gas to throw that jab?
If Murray would throw his jab up and down to the body and to the head, it will help prevent Derek Hyman from coming in. Yeah.
Another slip there in the ring. Hyman want to come in with the whole truckload of power.
Yeah. Putting his whole body behind those punches.
One is built more like a Mercedes-Benz bus, and the other like a Mack truck. So we're talking about length versus width. The taller Murray trying his best to keep off the broader Hyman.
Hyman
changed
switches.
now.
Switches.
Onto the ropes they've gone.
Constant punching, constant hooks being trained by both boxers.
I think he's found his range now, Mr. Murray. Watch the headbutts. Not making himself an easy target.
Referee telling both of them to keep their heads up.
Good time for them to catch their breath, because as much as they've been glaring at each other,
referee telling Murray to bite down his mouthpiece. That could be very dangerous if you get hit when your mouthpiece is loose. You could lose a tooth.
Well, it seems as though it's a Halloween mouthpiece, because it looks like it's got Dracula fangs in it.
True.
Unless it's one of those with hinges. But we'll soon find out what kind of mouthpiece it is if he allows Hyman to get in again at close range.
Hyman pushes him back to the ropes. And
That's
Murray
where he
gonna have
wants
another
him.
flurry of punches.
Oh, good countering though. Murray keeping him at range. Again, the bell goes. What's there to laugh at?
See, Derek Hyman's up very tired, very exhausted. Let's see how he holds up in the last round.
Is he laughing or is he grimacing? Pretty hard to tell. There you see him going into close quarters. And he tried to push his opponent more than punch his opponent up against the ropes. And there you see Murray absorbing most of the impact.
Punch it. Both of them
While he was trying to throw. Overhand left from Hyman coming in, and again, but this time it was better defended. Body blows.
Although Peter Murray is swinging, he's still defending himself pretty well when Hyman throws his punches.
And that's the end of that round. And the exchange rate basically is like 2-1. So whatever the points being given, they should still be 2 points scored with Murray ahead, landing twice as many as Hyman. I wish they would be a lot more careful in those corners with the water.
Yes.
Because now I've spotted some spill
On the right side.
in the red corner. And as you can share your experience fighting in your own corner, you hardly see guys actually mixing it up in neutral corners. It's
No, they
something
don't.
about either dethroning the man in his corner or defending your own corner.
Yep. And sometimes some people like to go in the corner because their coaches can give them insight on what to do when they're in the corner.
That extra energy. Feet don't look as stable as they did earlier on as we're into this third and final round. Ooh, Mr. Hyman is starting to dance now.
Hyman comes in with a swing and
Suddenly
Murray
getting
has
light
the
on
box.
his feet, forcing him to keep his guard up. That looks all well and good in pro boxing, but in amateur boxing, it's about scoring
Scoring
punches
Yes, it is.
and landing them. You
See,
attempted
both men
overhand.
look pretty gas.
You mean out of
Out
gas?
of gas, yes. Out of gas.
Standing on one leg. That would give Hyman a renewed interest in going in there to finish him off. As you see, they are autopilot and fumes now.
Put it into the center of the ring once again.
Pushing?
Putting them in the center.
Yeah,
once.
but the signal from the referee, is that for
Yeah,
Hyman pushing?
Again, yeah. Pushing with the shoulder.
The first genuine jab to see the range and to keep your opponent off. It's almost sitting on the center ropes there.
A fight like this is always be really hard to judge when both persons are there.
Oh, he's guilty of pushing his opponent off and almost going through.
And the referee gives Derek Hyman a count. Oh no, tells them both of them to keep their heads up.
And he's about to spit his gum shield out.
Wow, both boxers.
Did the referee not pick that up?
Let's see who will prevail.
And he's turning
Let's see
his
who's
back on
stamina
his
will-
opponent.
Let's see whose stamina will hold him up the longest.
He's done. I'm about to say it.
Wow.
Peter Murray doesn't even have enough strength
So
to
stand
clinch
up.
his opponent. The classic thing to do at this point in time now is to clinch your opponent, and there's
there
a final
goes
bell.
the final bell.
And he tried to
And
hold
Murray-
on to his opponent. And they both know that they gave it their all.
They give it their all. Both boxers can barely even
Crawling
stand
into
up.
the corners. And it's a good thing it was only 3 rounds.
See, I like to see stuff like this when the boxers know they're
you
gassed
go.
out and still fight straight to the end.
All the guard up, upstairs, go downstairs and bring those hands down. That was slightly strange there where he went for the neck.
Yes.
Not one of the areas you aim for in boxing. And then there he was,
Yeah.
draped like a freshly washed t-shirt on the clothesline. Well, no energy sapping here between the two of us. But that was a bit of a comic relief there in the
Yes,
final
it was.
stages of that round. You and I weren't in the ring,
Nope,
but we saw them putting in the effort. And who knows?
it seems Peter
might-
Murray still have the energy to dance, man.
the music manages to do that. So we're gonna get the
results. Bout number 7.
efforts.
Light welterweight contest. The winner
Here's the judgment.
is the
Peter Murray.
Yes. So Peter Murray
That was
did
one
enough in
that
all
probably
three.
was very hard to judge.
Did enough in all 3 rounds to stay ahead of Hyman. But again, he certainly didn't win any lasting favors or give an impression that he's one that's ready for the next level.
No.
He definitely, well, both of them have to work on their
Yeah.
condition.
Yes, they do. A lot of road work, a lot of running will increase it condition.
It's the nightcapper, as we can see in the blue corner. Izzy Fraser in this middleweight 75 kilogram elite division bout to bring the house down. In the red corner, Shaquan Lashley, National Gym. Izzy Fraser, Oldbury Gym, blue corner.
boxing 2 completed the bouts in the ring. You were asked to go and collect your dinner.
Shaquan Lashley looking a little nervous. I'm going to ask you, Mr. Charles Cox, my co-commentator tonight, which of these 2 boxers has the greater experience and the likelihood of this going the full distance, etc.?
The likelihood of this going the full distance is very high. Both boxers are fighters, they never give up. I believe Izzion has more experience, more bouts than Shaquan, but seeing as Shaquan is a taller boxer and more reach, he will probably have a more higher advantage in this fight.
The bell goes. Izzion are ready for the first 2 range finders.
Izzion have a very good head movement, as you all can see.
He also apparently has a fair amount of power in those punches, as he's given the respectful distance by Shaquan. To my left, his sister Mary has the tablet out, filming the bout. She won't say much during the actual fight, but they will tell each other what they needed to have done. They train together under the watchful eye of their father.
Watch one another, see one another's moves and techniques, so they know one another very well.
Seems to be a slight more definition in Izzion
Yeah,
in comparison to last year.
Being a shorter boxer, we'll have a lot more size on him than Shaquan in some walks.
He's got those decently powerful legs, muscular legs. You must have a good foundation. Good defense, making his opponent expend energy, try to go downstairs, and he had the guard there to block the impact of the punches. And as you said, good head movement there to evade those jabs and hooks. And so far, Shaquan is firing at midair, as they say. Chasing shadows.
Both connecting.
Or to be in the head of Izzion Fraser. Looks as though he is there measuring every move his opponent makes.
Wonderful combination there with Shaquan.
It's as though he's doing his research for the next rounds and for further into this bout. He's barely surveying his opponent. Not like some of his earlier bouts where he went full throttle from the opening bell.
Oh.
Is he on getting some of the spray to his face?
As his father did with him in the ring.
Shaquan staying outside the range, firing at midair. Is he on?
Wonderful slipping.
Gets him inside, brings around that left hook, but it's only going to the shoulder. His father telling him to keep calm, quiet, and
keep his hands
give him
up,
the rub-a-dub-dub, 2 men in the top. Seconds away. And they're back to the action. Keep your guard up. Get underneath the shots and work the body. And you have him in your corner. You got underneath his jabs and you were working his body. Yep. I'm almost certain that's the instructions he got at the interval.
Yep, keep his composure, keep his guard high, and get inside.
This is something that you just have to admire about a boxer.
Shaquan's teeing off a certain combination. The first 2 shots might not get in, but that last one, that uppercut got through.
Please remind him it's boxing and not leapfrog.
They're hopping around
Why
the ring.
is he only trying to work headshots as opposed to the body?
I'm not sure. I guess with us as boxers, the headshot is like the ultimate shot. When you try to get that knockout, for some boxers, for our amateur boxers, right, they try to head hand a lot and then go to the body, right? But for a person like Shaquan that moves a lot, the body is the perfect place to go. Try to slow him down with the body punches.
I'm fighting against Izzion, and Izzion moves his head with ease. He's good at bobbing and weaving and evading, just like I said, he just did it there. So therefore, his body is the larger target to score points on. But you're going upstairs all the time and missing. He will learn the hard way when the points come out.
Yep.
Shaquan Lashley in the red corner for the national gym. Izzion Fraser, Wilbury Gym. Ooh, overhand right there by Izzion, but fortunately for Lashley, he spotted it coming and stepped inside its range. So basically on the down stroke, it didn't land.
It didn't land at all. Great head movement by Izzion. Overhand right, and nice body shot. And Shaquan holds on. Whoa, wonderful combination by Shaquan.
Managed to land that one there. Seconds. He's running out of gas, Shaquan.
Yeah.
He is draped all over his opponent and not actually, as we go into this interval here, if you do not throw a punch, as we see it here, he's backpedaling. Here comes Izzion. Good solid defense. It was breached.
Nice uppercut with that last
with the
one.
uppercut. But Izzion eluding, and there you go. Leapfrog. Having put the extra body weight on, he's now backpedaling, worried about how his trousers are fitting. You're not throwing punches in this last stages of it.
Yeah, but with him with the evasiveness, he's not getting hit either. Right? That is one of his techniques. You move without trying to get hit and try to tear off and move again.
Do you lose points for not taking aggression?
No, you don't lose points. But the person with the
obviously you're not
aggression
going to score.
Yeah, you're not going to score, right? But so the person, if you're not the person that's being more aggressive, if the person isn't scoring either, no one get points.
In other contact sports, there's a case where if you're
where
not
aggression gets
there you
points,
go.
yes, it does.
And if you're not, you're put into a submissive position, and then
right,
you have to fight
even
from there.
In other combats where once you're aggressive and attacking and hitting, then that's when the points accumulate. But if you're not hitting the person, then points can't accumulate like that. As you see, Izzion is a lot more aggressive now.
Shaquan Lashley of the National Gym in the red, trying his best to last this final 3 minutes. Done enough to probably be thereabouts, or it could be evenly matched. From a boxing point of view, the points being scored maybe even.
Yes, it may be.
But from a entertaining, from a spectator's point of view, you can't help but admire Izzion and his defense and countering.
Yes, it does. Yes. He looks very impressive. I mean, he's coming forward. He's aggressive. He's slipping punches. You see, he's a more dominant boxer at this bout right now.
Interesting there. He wasn't anywhere where a slip should have occurred, but he got 2 body blows from Izzion and started to get rubbery in the legs.
Yeah.
And some of that early forward movement.
He's now turned to backward movement.
He's got the reverse gear fully engaged, and when he's not doing that, he's trying to fall over on top of Fraser.
Try to hold him clinch. Clinching, that always offsets a person's rhythm at points of time as well.
Lashley using his height and reach advantage to stay away from trouble. He's not going to let bravado get the better of him, thinking that he may be ahead on the scorecard. Really nice of Izzion there not to hit while the clinch was on to the exposed left side of Lashley's body. He's got him on the ropes now.
Lashley clinches again.
And Lashley not only clinching,
and leaning on him as well.
The neutrals in the crowd and the knowledgeable. I find that in Barbados we have quite a few people who are knowledgeable in terms of the rules of almost every sport. They may never have actually been in the ring themselves, but they are familiar with what is required. And many a neutral may have disliked the tactic for survival employed by Shaquan Lashley.
Trying to stay away and throw off as much punches as he can. But Izzion comes forward every time, slipping those punches, getting in, showing a shot to the body, to the head.
That is the end of that. It's just a matter of how the judges, who will be looking at it from 4 different angles, will eventually come up with the
official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, final bout of the evening. The winner in the
Shaquan Lashley with the win in the 75-kilogram weight category.
Well, Charles, I want to thank you for sharing the second portion of this bout with us.
I was glad to be here. I'm very glad to be here. Very glad.
And on behalf of everybody in the production, I'm yours truly, Martin Paris, and that's a wrap on the Barbados Boxing Association Carlton Hope Lionel Hall Memorial Boxing Tournament for the big games of 2017.